This film had nothing really to say, but in its silence, it spoke 1,000 words. Hi, guys, this is Farhad, and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And as a video ritual, remember to like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. And with that, let's get back to our review. So today, from the blast from the past, the Malayalam film that we're going to be talking about is the 1978 Malayalam film called Thampu, which essentially translates into a circus tent. A circus tent. And this film is directed by legendary director Govindan Aravindan, whose other film Kumati I had reviewed. Now this film is also a restored version of the original print that is there. This film was restored in 2022 by the Film Heritage of Italy, and therefore I got to watch the exact same print that is there. Now, this film, it has a very simple storyline. It's almost like a circus troupe who comes and visits a village, thereby causing ripples in the village, in one village in Kerala, you can say. And that is about it. That is the story. And I felt this documentary style of filmmaking, it wasn't documentary, but the style of filmmaking was documentary, with the black and white images and real characters capturing real emotions. I think this was very innovative, and this required a skilled director, and who better than Govindan Arvindan to actually nail this film. Now this film, if you look closely, it has a lot to say, even though from an onset there is nothing much that happens in the film. It's just the story of a circus who visits a village and leaves at the end of the film. That's it. But if you look closely, the themes, the allegories that you can bring to the table via that circus was commendable. I mean, the circus life itself, it can be also a metaphor or an allegory for life itself. How we are born, how we live, and how we leave, the cycle of life that is there. It can also be an allegory for stardom. We've seen so many stars, so many actors who've been stars at their pinnacle only to fall after their prime years that are there. And it brings me to that interview that Mammootty said in a recent interview that he had with Khalid. And he said that nobody's going to remember you forever. It's like, how many years are they going to remember you after you've left? Yearly once are they going to remember you, or are they going to remember you for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years at best? And that is what it leaves behind, a legacy that is there. So this circus itself can be a metaphor for the memories, the good memories that are there before they just fade away. That can also be one allegory for the film. Another allegory can also be that of how the POV, I mean the point of view from the circus's point of view, that how circus itself is a jail. You, in a scene, you see one character, before he dies, he stares in the camera, breaks the fourth wall, and he says the exact same things, that I was actually working in the circus since I was 8 years old. I spent all my life in the circus, and it feels like a prison at the end of the day. So while I remember, me watching a circus when I was a kid, I think mine was probably the last generation to enjoy the circus life from an audience point of view. The other POV, was actually, so heart wrenching. So much so, you see the way they're working, and they just need a little applause that is there. And in the film, you see that initially there's a great response to their to the methods that they're doing in the circus. When the circus is carried out, it brings about a crowd who probably have never witnessed a circus before, and they're there for 3 days. The first 2 days are sold out. The third day, nobody turns up. Basically, very few people turn up, and the entire focus shifts on a festival that they need to conduct, a cultural festival that is there in the film, set in the village, of course, and the focus shifts there. Now that little part is so relevant today. If you see, like we all are making good content here, but this good content is getting lost in the reels culture that is there. I think it can be equated to that as well, and when it's the content is good, you just feel bad that it doesn't reach the amount of audience that it should, the potential that it should. And well, as the reels, which are absolute nonsense, most of them, not all of them, but most of them absolute nonsense, they get a lot of reach these days. So this is a nice little allegory also, which is relevant even in today's times, but more I was actually tended towards the circle of life that I was touching upon earlier. How that circle of life is, where you meet people eventually leave your life, you meet new people, just like the camp of the circus that travels different towns. Similar it is that of life and friendship, and it's so philosophical the way it is being shown, that I, at the end of the film, I actually felt hollow. Even the concept of alienity and alienness, of being aloof, that is also touched upon through one of the characters, Nevadu Venu, the legendary actor that was acted one of his earlier films that is there in this film. That part was also touched upon, the concept of being alien or being aloof, and it pretty much sums up different facets of life, and the more you watch it, the more philosophical mood you will get. And it was one of those haunting endings that are still lingering while I'm recording this video. And full marks to the director, Govindan, Aravindan, for absolutely hitting it out of the park with this film. It was outstanding to witness here, the direction, because while having nothing to say also, when you're actually saying a lot, it requires a lot of skills. And I was reading somewhere that he shot it with a live audience that is there. He assembled a troupe from the circus, and he actually made them perform to capture the real, the expressions that are there of the viewers, of the audience who are witnessing that. And I felt that was a very innovative style of cinema, so to say. It cannot get more natural than that. And he said that we did not have a script and we were just rolling the camera, which is a best lesson for any budding filmmaker. Do not think about what you want to make, just let the camera capture the moment and create stories through the lens. You just need a camera just to roam around and capture something or the other. You're going to extract through the frames that are there, or through the expressions to the viewers, anything. That's one lesson, one masterclass in filmmaking that is there. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances by Nevadu Venu, the legendary actor, was pretty good. He looked quite charming in his earlier days that were there also. Very good actor. Gopi, who's the father of Murli Gopi, also did a splendid job. And all the actors were actually fine, phenomenal here as well. And it almost got a nostalgic feeling, a bittersweet feeling also, given the POV that the camera was tending to from the other side. And overall, I felt Thampu is outstanding. It's an outstanding film, and it's available on YouTube. The restored 4K version is available on YouTube with English subtitles. I watched it with English subtitles, so do manage to watch that. If you have already, let me know in the comments on what did you make of the film. And I actually felt very hollow by the end of it. It's one of my best experiences of watching a Malayalam film in recent times. I've been watching a lot of old Malayalam films that are there. This one may be right up there, at least in the top 3 for me. So let me know your thoughts on what you made of the film Thampu, and also comment if there are any other recommendations. Remember to like/dislike the video if you want. It fuels the YouTube algorithm. And what more you can do is you can share this video with your friends and family, ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. You can also visit my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below, and read the latest reviews in your language. There's a translate into option. You can translate the video in your translate the review in your language. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. So that information is present on my social media and on my site Popcorn Reviews with a double S. All links are in the description box below. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.